Hey, yo, what's up? And welcome to my corner of the internet. Alright, I usually hate school anime. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I usually am just so over anime that deal with schools that, well, it's just so filled with tropes. If you have seen one anime in the school, you've pretty much seen all of them. Very few actually innovate and do something new with the genre or the idea. There was literally a 5-year period where every single anime started in a school, has some sort of school arc, and while that was damn near every anime, it was just, I just got tired of it. This anime, that anime, every other anime. I just got tired of it. It got really boring. It didn't seem to really innovate or do anything new. Like, genuinely nothing new. Like, you can copy and paste and just not even be surprised on what's going on. So, genuinely sick of it, but still, I watch. So, ignore all of that or what I just said.
ここは私立伊丹高校。県内でも有名な進学校である。
まさか。今までずっと
Obviously, that's where Komi-san comes in. This anime blew my expectations out of the freaking water, bro. Like, I'm usually really good at determining when I know I'm not particularly interested in something. Like, I have a decent idea of my taste. I'm open to surprises, but I have a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna like and what I'm not gonna be interested in. But, you know, the YouTube algorithm sometimes throws us a little clips of something, or maybe some video breaks down or something or another. And Komi-san was everywhere for a couple weeks, and I was just like, you know what? I just want to see what the hype is. Sometimes I dip into, I guess, the mainstream of anime watchers and be like, you know what? Most anime watchers have really good taste, so when they find something that's good and like the general public grasps onto it, I'm usually inclined to at least give it a 3-episode watch and see where it goes from there. And where it went was, I love Komi-san. I love this new idea of talking about mental illness in anime. Like, if it's not necessarily a trend, I don't want to call it that, but it feels like a new way of showcasing mental anguish in a very interesting way. Like, anime has now taken a step towards at least showcasing the mental battles and strifes, and Komi-san did that. It did it in such an interesting way, and it was so hyperbolic. That's what it really did that was fun. It was hyperbolic in a fun and interesting way.
はあ、何なんだ。なんで数個のことの名前呼んでんの。呼ぶにしたって神様だろうがダメ。神様の隣の席とかって調子狂ってんじゃないだろ。カス。馬の雰囲気のあんたが神様と同じ空気吸えてるだけでもありがたいってみよ。カスカスカスカスカスカスカスカスカスカスカス。
And the episode that got me was the episode where our main character literally gets taken. That is freaking funny. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
許せない。そんな卑怯な手を使ってまで私に勝ちたいのね。いいわ。私が正々堂々。
So the anime's name is Komi-san Can't Communicate. It's by Tomohito Oda. It is a romantic comedy and slice of life. And the animation is chef's kiss in this anime. It has a way of being so funny and interesting. And it has some of the same tropes from normal school anime, but it's funny. It seems like each characters have personality. Their interactions are funny. They're key point, and they seem to have their own distinct flavor.
古見さんの友達になってくれないかって。長名さんなら簡単だろ。
ああ、なるほど。でもごめん、それはちょっと無理かな。
Its first season is 12 episodes, and soon we're getting a second season, so I'm super excited for that. So our main character, Hito Tadano, is just an ordinary guy, blends in with the background, but has a clear and good heart. And basically, he ends up sitting next to Shoko Komi, and who is basically the prettiest girl in the class. She is adored by pretty much everyone. And come to find out, she has crippling anxiety. She has a communication disorder, which I can't really diagnose anyone, but I think it's on that scale. But regardless, it's a great show. It's a show about helping people make friends. and it's a show about the hijinks, about being open to understanding one another and our issues and all of our differences. This anime does a lot of subtle things beautifully. We grow to love these characters, we grow to enjoy their personalities, we find their interactions hilarious and funny, and we enjoy the overall romantic comedy of it all. Like, this anime did what it did, and it did it well. And what I mean by did it well is the animation backed up a lot of the funny moments that were hyperbolic, and it really went hyperbolic and fun. It didn't try to be normal. It tried to really go out of its way to be funny. It really tried to go out of its way to tell some good jokes, and we never forgot that this is helping someone who has a communication problem and no one really makes fun of her for it. It seems like an open, beautiful place where we get a chance to see the candid moments of a character coming out of their shell. What sold me about this anime was when Tadano got kidnapped. I thought that was hilarious. That was the one episode I was like, oh my god, they finally went somewhere with this trope, and they did it in a way that was like, oh my god, yes. Like, it was like, finally we're seeing like some conflict. It was one of those moments where it was just like, yes, finally a show just decides to go there, go to a place where it's like, whoa, that's obsessive stalker behavior. And the show has so many different moments where we appreciate it. And I love that the side characters, I can at least figure out their personality, and I enjoy their interactions and what pieces they add to the story. It's not just obsessive about Komi-san. We have so many great additions to the show that we just enjoy. And once again, the animation is great. I love a lot of the ideas, a lot of the representations of moments are shown so well, and it gives the show a unique personality. Oh, and let me not forget, the goal for Komi-san is literally to make 100 friends. As someone who's moved around my entire life, making friends is hard. Going from one place where you have 2 friends to going to another place and then having no friends, it's difficult. Making friends gets exponentially harder the older you get. And as someone who just recently moved and right now goes to a new school, lives in a new town, making friends and having people to do things with is one of the hardest things right now for me. I don't really have anybody, and it's literally just me. So I understood this anime on a fundamental level because we all want to be surrounded by people that enjoy us, that encourage us, that help us, and we can share and be supported together. This show touched on something that I've felt my entire life, and I may not, well, I am in that situation. I was about to say I wasn't in that situation, but I pretty much am. If I have to give this show a rating, it would be you have to watch this 4.5 out of 5. I think it accomplishes its goal. I don't think it's something you should take seriously. I'm starting to realize that when an anime decides not to take itself seriously, it seems to have the most freedom and liberty to do whatever. I think it's kind of the Gintama effect, and I'm really getting close to making a video on how comedies are the best genre of anime. I'm really getting close to really putting it down. But what I'm getting is this show is something you should watch because it's a good sit down, it'll make you feel good, and maybe it'll help you with your own intricacies and own issues that you may have, and maybe it'll help you grow. Because in this show, I think one thing it capitalizes on, and it kind of works on the whole romance, is our main character Tadano is the helping hand. He always is there trying to be supportive of Komi-san, and of course all the other characters are supportive of Komi-san, but it's that romance and that willingness to understand another person that's so beautiful, because throughout the entire show we grow to understand every single character, and we also grow to love them for who they are, and the goofiness and jokes ensues, and it gets to become a growing and lovely friend group. And I love that about this show. So anyway, how do you feel? Have you seen this before? I'm sure you have. If you haven't, you need to go watch this. Seriously, I totally recommend it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great week. And I hope spring break is going well for most of you. I think it'll be around that time that we're getting to spring break anyway.